Hello, beautiful creative. It's Emma, your creative business mentor. Okay, niching for artists. It is very different than niching for the general business public. Stay tuned, let's dive in. Okay, you're an artist. You paint, you draw, you sculpt. You create something visual. You have been following business coaches for years who tell you to niche. Niche. Who's your niche? Who's the person you're talking to? Who's the person you're selling to? What problems are you solving? Yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. I'm actually delighted to tell you that as an artist, as a creative, I'm an artist myself. That's how I started years ago. Your niche is not a person. Take a deep breath. Let that sink in for a minute. You've just been released from the shackles of niching. As an artist, your niche is not a person. And the reason that business coaches tell you that your niche is a person who you're speaking to, that one person in that one marketplace with that one problem that you're supposed to be solving, is that these business coaches are not creatives. They're not artists. They're not like you and me. So they come at it from a very different angle. And they're 100% correct from their perspective. But when you're an artist trying to run a business, trying to sell your art, and then trying to shoehorn this teaching, circle into a square of niching, it gets really frustrating. So, okay, I'm here to tell you that niche is not a person. So what is it? What is your niche when you're an artist? Your niche can be your style, how you paint, how you draw, the aesthetics, the result of your practice, the result of your art. That in itself, the look of your art becomes your niche. And people will gravitate towards the look and feel of your art, of your painting, of your drawing, of your sculpture. Those people become your niche. And it's not one person. The people that will buy from you will come from all walks of life. They will buy from you for various reasons. But the one thing that ties them all together, that thread, is the fact that they like your art. They like your style. So to find your niche, it's so simple as an artist. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing. But this is the key. You need to share it. You need to be visible wherever your marketplace is. So if it's on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Behance, wherever it might be visually, you need to be visible, because if people can't see your art, they're not going to be attracted to your art. If it's Etsy or Redbubble or Blue Thumb Art Gallery, all those places where artists can sell their work and be shown and be visible, you've got to do it. So show your art, show the finished product, show the process behind the scenes. Let's see your beautiful equipment. Let's see what your studio looks like. Bring people on the journey with you, and you will slowly start creating not just a following for your art, but a following for you as an artist, because people buy when they feel emotionally attached and involved to something. So your niche can be what you're doing anyway, your art and your style. Now think about it this way. Think about Picasso. Did Picasso sit there going, what is my niche? Who's going to buy from me? He's not worrying about stuff like that. And I'm using Picasso as a very broad strokes example just to illustrate this point. He found his niche, i.e. the people that like his art and buy into his art and buy from him, through doing his art, through being visible, exhibitions. Okay, he didn't have social media back in the day, but his version of visibility, that's what he did. And, over the years, that obviously grew into fame and a huge price tag. And you don't need fame and a huge price tag to find your niche like Picasso has found his niche. You just need to show up and be visible. So for example, in Picasso's niche, who's in there? If you've ever been to an exhibition of Picasso, you're in his niche. If you've ever gone to the museum shop afterwards and bought a postcard, you're in his niche. If you've bought a limited edition print of one of his pieces, you're in his niche. And it's all the way up to if you've gone to Sotheby's to actually bid on an original piece, good for you that you can afford that. But you're also in his niche. So the person that's paid $4.20 to be at the exhibition, or probably $20 to go to an exhibition, to be honest, all the way up to multi-million dollars to buy an original piece of Picasso, they're all in the same niche. So it's not just one person, not one demographic, not one price range, not one, walk of life, not one problem that his art is solving. His niche is his art, and your niche can be your art. So please stop killing yourself over the fact that you haven't got your niche nailed. It doesn't matter if you're an artist, an illustrator, a painter, even a visual creative photographer. Your style is your niche. I give you permission to take a really deep breath and think about your niche completely differently. But remember, you need to be visible. It's funny, I sent out a newsletter to my mailing list this morning all about this subject of niching for artists, and I got a reply. I just want to share it with you this morning. Emma, thank you so much for this email. I've been in business for 20 years and I couldn't understand how to find out why I wasn't finding success for niching in my art business, what I was doing wrong, and why I couldn't do the same for my art business as I do for my web design business. Not to mention I have so many different styles that everyone is telling me to stick to just one. But I want to say thank you again so much for this. Kind regards, Belinda. So there you go. There is an artist already out there who has just felt this huge sense of relief, not having to try and get this generalist business advice to work for her art business. Now, if you're looking for a creative business mentor, I would love to be your mentor. Now, I have a program, a lifetime access program where you have access to me called the Bespoke Business Hub. It's a lifetime access, like I said, one payment, and you get monthly mentoring sessions. You get 12 videos specifically created for creatives in business. So there's good stuff in there that other business mentors won't mention. And you get live monthly mentoring. You get a speaker series where we have guest experts teaching us things that we need to know in the business world. But most of all, you get me on your team helping you build your creative business. And if you want some really great free stuff, look at the description below. There's a couple of freebies, a webinar and a PDF that will help you get your creative business rocking and rolling, my R's. Don't forget to like this channel, like this video, subscribe, you know the routine, and I shall see you on the next video.